My name is Hinti Younsi, and I am the grants officer at the I4C MENA Hub. I'm really glad to meet you all, and thanks for taking the time to be part of today's meeting, which will be especially dedicated to cover and also to share with you the digital tool of financial management. I think I will need to share my screen. So here I will start by presenting the objective of today's meeting, then sharing with you the context of the development of the financial tool, also an overview of it, its benefits. Also, I will share a detailed demonstration on how to use the tool. Initially, the tool was developed to support the I4C partners in the MENA region in the implementation of their project in terms of financial management. But now, and through our session today, we are hoping that this experience will be broadened to also reach the networks partners in the other regions, because we are really convinced that most of civil society in our region are facing the same challenges, the same constraints regarding the implementation of their projects, particularly in the financial aspects. So providing such tool will definitely help or increase the capacities of these organizations in the implementation of their projects in the financial wise. So the main objective of today's meeting is, of course, to share this experience with a larger I4C network in order to encourage them to use and adopt the financial tool, but also to support CISOs in their financial management processes at the regional level. The financial tool was developed in a particular context. So back in 2017 and 2018, CISO's needs assessment was conducted in the region in the preliminary phase during the co-design meetings, which revealed that there is a strong needs in terms of capacity buildings in the field of finance and also in the field of monitoring and evaluations. So I4C MENA Hub, as an active actor, developed the financial tool as a form of contribution to address and respond the recommendations of this needs assessment carried out during this period. Financial tool is a part of is an outcome of a knowledge souk platform, and it's of course implemented jointly by I4C MENA Hub and SIMSIM Participation Citoyenne. It consists of an online performance system with tailored to support CISO's financial management and reporting processes. So the main objective of this tool is first to address the needs and the recommendations of the needs assessment carried out during the co-design meeting, and also of course to strengthen the capacity of the CISOs in terms of financial management. The tool consists or contains many functions or functionalities that allow the users to record, to store, to manage all the transactions, all financial operations as part of the implemented project. And also they can access to data and information at any time in a real time, so that they can have an overview on each implemented project separately. And of course, in order to be able to make financially sound decisions. The tool provides or give also many advantages or benefits to the users. The first one is to enable these users to ensure an effective monitoring of implemented projects in terms of financial management. Most of us work in the field and finance, and we all know how it's crucial to track and to monitor the financial operations. So the tool will allow the users to do so, and also rely on the real information so that they can be able to make financially sound decisions, which is the purpose of the use of any financial tool. The users can also, through the use of this tool, maintain all organizations' records and reports up to date and access them in a real time, which means that all data and information recorded in in the financial tool will be accessible by this organization at any time. Also, they can access them via their computers or their smartphones. The tool will allow the users also to manage the cost share between different donors, also remote access to project financial details via computers or smartphones, as I just specified. In addition to that, it will guarantee complete confidentiality and privacy. So the data and information of the account of each organization remains safe and accessible only by the organization itself, which means that all these data and information available in this in the financial tool will be accessible by the organization holder of this account. Also, the tool is an open source product, so it can be used by CISOs wishing either to adapt it to their needs or to refine its integration with their information system. So the users or the organizations that are using this tool will have two options, either to use the I4C MENA Hub server to access the tool and to use it, or either they can host it in their servers. They can also use the development or expert developers to modify or adapt it to their specific needs. So the tool displays, as you can see in your screen, this is the home page, and at the top of this home page, there is many drop-down menus available to quickly access the content or the functionalities. The first one is dedicated to the project. We have also another one for grants, vendors, financials, M&E, documents, users, and account settings. So regarding the first one, as you can see here, we have all the functions that are directly linked to this main menu. So from here, you can either create a new project or just access to the existing ones. Also, the budget categories, same things, budget lines, activity, or sub-activities. We have also the other one for the grants. So from here, you can include the new grants or just access to the existing one to make some edits on them. Same thing for the vendor main menu. Here in the financial, you will find all the tools that are needed to record and to monitor and to manage the finance of this project or the organization, sorry. Here also we have an M&E, so from here you can access to the teams that are working on the tool, also activity reports, impact monitoring, and tasks. From here we have we upload and store all the organization's documents, either reports or supporting documents, and so on. Here, you can from here you can access to the user lists, and we have finally the account settings. Right below, you will find the project summary. So we have here all the projects that are recorded under this tool with some information, the title of the project, the overall budget, and its status. So you can either access directly from here. This is like shortcuts to access directly to the specific project. You can, of course, access from the main menu, but it's easier to do it right away from here. Also, we have here a bank summary and the cash summary. This is to give, of course, the users an overview on the bank and cash operations. Or we have here also the other summaries related to the advances received or the payments received or expected ones. So if the organization have received already some advances as part of specific projects, it will display in this area. Same thing for if the organization expects to receive a certain amount as an advance. We can, of course, choose or select the period for the summaries, either today, yesterday, last month, last year, or also we can specify the period to be applied to this summaries. At the bottom of this homepage, you will find some quick access functions. We have here invoice and cost share, grants and grants, project funder, grant payments, and also bank journal. These tools are frequently used to manage the projects. So that's why we put them as the quick access functions. So if you are experiencing the tool for the first time, you have to follow a certain number of steps. The first one consists of recording the information relating to the project, then the funders, and later on for the grants. So to do so, we have to access from this main menu because it's the first time. It will not appear or display in the shortcuts. So as you can see here, we have a button here to create a new project, and right below we have a summary table of all existing projects under this tool with relating or corresponding information. We have the project name, the project description, start date, end date. We have also budget consumed, the amount consumed, the remaining, and finally the status and some action here, so that you can, of course, if needed, include some edits or remove it from this list. So once the sub-agreement is signed, you will have, of course, all this information available. You have just to record them in the tool. So you have always, based on this document, on the sub-grant agreement, you put here the name of the project and the description, also the project start date, the end date, and the status here, if it's pending, ongoing, or done. And you will submit it to be saved by this tool. This was the first step. The second step is to record the grants info or the funders info. So we can use this quick access functions. We can do it right away from the main menu, but it's easier to use these functions. So we need to add new funder. Right here, we put the name, the funder address, phone number, email, first contact date, and after that we include the grants details. So here the reference of this grant, also the funder's name, we have to select it from the list. Normally you should select the one that we just included or saved in the tool. Same thing for the project from the list. We put the amount, the currency rate, receipt date, and its status, the status of this grant, if it's pending, ongoing, or done, and then we submit those details to be included in the tool. So right away, it will, of course, be added in this summary table. So once we record the information, it will be included here with all corresponding information as the case as for this for those projects. So let's access to one of them, for example, this one. So for for all the projects that you will record in the tool, they will have a specific page dedicated to its management. So we will have here at the top the name of the project, then the description, also its status. You can also modify the project info from here. And of course, you can add a logo or specific picture for these projects, and automatically it will display in this area as a background. We have also here some functions that are needed to manage this project. The project info right here, and from here you can add the new member to work on the tool. For the first function, we have this is the KPI, or the financial key performance indicators. This is to give more details about the budget of this project. We have here the overall budget and then the amount received as an advance. Here we have the consumed amount and the remaining as cash at hand to be used for the remaining payment. In the previous steps, we recorded the project, the funders, and also the grants info. Now we have to include the budget details, starting by recording the budget categories, and then, of course, the other details related to the budget lines. So we can do it right from here, from this button. We need to add first the budget category. So we can do it from the main menu also. We need to add the budget line. So here, according to the approved budget, of course, we can start including those information. So we have here the budget category code and the budget name. And then we can start include the budget lines details. So we can start then include all the budget lines that are part of this budget category. So we put here the budget line code, the name. We select here which category from the list, also which grant, and we put here the amount or the budget for this specific budget line, and then we submit these details. And of course, this will display systematically in this summary table that include all the budget lines already included in the tool. So we have here, we can access to more details here. We have the transportation. This is the name of this budget line, also which grant, the budget, total consumed, and the remaining. And from here, you can, of course, keep tracking on each specific budget line. And then you can see if you have a saving so that you can use this amount to, to reallocate it to another one. So here we have also another function dedicated to activity. After including the budget details, we have to include the budget information as well. So same concept, we have always this summary table which include all the details about every information recorded in the tool. So we have the activity name, description, project, grant, starting date, ending date, budget, consumed, total consumed, remaining status, and also we have here some actions if needed, if you can remove or edit. And of course, to add a new activity, you have to click on this button, and according to the approved budget and also based on the technical proposal, we can start completing here by the right information. So we put here the title of this activity, then a brief description. Also, we have to select which project from the list, which grant. Of course, we have to select from here. We put the start date, the end date, the budget. Have to specify the budget here for this specific activity and its status. So if it's pending, ongoing, or done. And then we save those details. And of course, every activity added will be included in this summary table with all corresponding information. Before starting incurring costs, we of course need to include or record payments received or advance. So we can do it directly from here. So we have this, here is the special button to add a new payment or a new advance. Also, same thing here, we have a summary table for all advances received as part of this project. As you can see here, there is 2 grants here as part of this project. So this project is financed by 2 donors. This is the amount of the advances received from the two donors, and we have also here some action available. We can remove and edit these details. So to add the new one, of course we always based on the wire transfer, so that we will have all these information available. So we put here the payment dates. We have to select the grants, which grants, the amounts of this advance or this payment, this received payment, also the currency used, and also the rate of this currency, the mode, if it's paid by cash or by bank, and of course its status, if it's paid or expected. And then of course we click on submit, so that the tool will be take it into account. So after that, now that we have funds, we can start incurring costs. So we can do it just from this function. So here you can add this cost right away from this bottom. Same thing, we have a summary table of all the costs that are recorded here in this tool. We have some information also, the amount of the invoices detailed, the amount, funder, which grants, which budget line, which project, and also which activity if we link it to a specific activity. And also here we have also some action. So I'm going to show you how we can incur costs. So as I said previously, there is many steps to do so. So first of all, we have to record the provider info, and then the invoice, and finally we can start incurring costs. So let's do for the provider. We can do it, of course, from this from this main menu. We can add provider, but also we can do it directly from here. Here, based on the invoice submitted, of course, we can put here the name of this provider, also some description of the service provided. So after that, we can start including the invoices details. So here we put the reference of this invoice, then the type, if it's paid by invoice or by receipt or specific voucher, then the date, also put here the total amount of this invoice. We select the provider from the list. So we have to choose or select the one that we just included in this in the tool. Also the status of this invoice. Mode, if it's gonna be paid by cash or by bank. And here there is a specific area to add the comments or specific remarks regarding this this invoice. So once we record the invoice information, then we can add the new cost or include or incur cost really. So we have first to select which invoice from the list, and which funder, which grants, same thing from, there is a list that will display to select from. Also which project, and also put here the budget line, the specific budget line for this costs. If the payment is relating to specific activity, then we have to put it also here. And here we can we should put only the amount that is covered by this project this grant and this vendor, only the portion of the amount linked to those three elements: the grants, the projects, and also the vendors. If there is the way to calculate the shared cost, because some invoices are shared, the payments of certain invoices are shared between different donors, so you will affect only the amount dedicated for this specific project to this cost. With the remaining amount, you can of course dedicated, allocated for the other projects. If the invoice will cover the total amount of this payment, if the project covers the total amount of this invoice, then you can put here the 100% of this amount right here, and it will be completed. I've been talking about the expense tracker, but I want to cover the other functions, because we have here also another ones. Here we have, of course, the activity reports right here. Same concept. So we have here a specific table for all the activity reports existing in the tool. We can add a new one here. So we put here, you have to select which project, which activity. Also, we put the title of this report. Also the objective, description, activity results, activity assumption, and status of this activity, if it's pending, ongoing, or done. Once it's saved, then of course it will be added in this table. Also, as you can see here, you have for all the functions that are in the tool, you have these options here. So either you can copy or print, or you can also export them in a specific format for PDF or Excel, so that you can, of course, use them in your daily management if needed. This is the same for the other functions. All the time you will find these options here to do so. We have also other functions here, grants and vendors. They are similar to the ones that are in the main menu. As I shared previously, you can here share, upload documents to every specific project. I think I've gone all to all the functions available in the tool. I wanted just to share one more thing here. Sorry, I will just go to home. Yeah. Just to show you how the cost share will display, just to show you how we can, of course, allocate it to another let's say donor or friend or project. Here we have all the invoices recorded in the tool as part of the all the projects implemented by the organization. So, for example, as you can see here, there is this invoice that is not totally consumed. So we still have a certain amount to be allocated to another project. For this one, for this case, all the amount has been allocated to all this to this project. So we can do an example here. We have, of course, the invoice information. So we still have, I don't remember how much it still, we still have to complete the total amount. We have here 30,500. Yeah, we still have 2,500 to complete the total amount. So I can just do an example for you. You can just special funder, grants. I'm going to select it first. So here, grants, US Bank, for example, and we allocate the remaining amount here, and then we submit. And after that, you can see in this table that it will be totally consumed here. This is how you can, of course, keep tracking on the shared costs so that you can make sure that all the costs are allocated to all the projects that are all the projects that are included in these expenses. So here, for all the organizations that are wishing to, of course, obtain the account or use the tool, they have only to, of course, submit or fill the information here in this link, or just send us a request by email in this address here, mina@innovationforchange.net. So the tool is currently ready to be used. So we highly recommend that you circulate it back in your network so that the maximum organization can use it, can benefit from it. Also, we can, we welcome all your feedback, comments, or also if there is any recommendation to include in the tool. So it will definitely help us to upgrade and also improve the financial tool. So please don't hesitate to reach out for this purpose.